Hello, I'm Toycat and welcome back to the third channel walk and talk video. Today we're going to be walking through the streets of Seattle. I guess this isn't streets. I think we're in a park somewhere in the center. You should be able to see the Space Needle from somewhere near here, which is apparently an important building. It doesn't look that important when you see it in the skyline. You know, as far as important buildings go, I think the Space Needle is probably the most overhyped. Speaking of things that are overhyped, I'm excited. Over-excited, you could say. That I feel like we're at the very tail end of the era of travel shame now, right? Like, oh yeah, you traveling is literally as bad as a genocide. It's finally, like, we're at the very end of that, right? Because in the United States, at least, you can travel. Certain countries are keeping travel bans in place. Obviously the slower vaccination countries, or the ones that couldn't get their hands on vaccination countries, there's gonna be a little bit of that. But like, here in the US, at least, for the next couple of months, I'm excited. I can go places and not be accused of killing your grandmother despite being vaccinated. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be very exciting. But yeah, today's video is not about that. Today's video is about introversion, and specifically my claim that I am introverted, which is a ludicrous claim, right? I mean, how can I claim that when I literally, I have 3 YouTube channels here on the internet that in all of them, in all of my videos I enjoy at least, I'm talking directly to the camera. I'm an introverted person who doesn't enjoy talking to people, but yet I talk to strangers on the internet, and that is not only my job, but then on the second and third channels, it's like a fun little side hobby, right? The third channel in particular, like, you could argue like, oh, you're introverted, but everyone does something they hate for a job. But like, this third channel, it's not a profit center, right? So it's definitely not profit motive, which is the easiest way. And then also I live stream for dozens of hours a week, and so it's not like, oh, but it's in short bursts. No, I spend again, like a half dozen minimum, realistically a couple dozen hours every single week live streaming. By the way, here's the Space Needle from underneath. Again, from underneath one of the 2 iconic buildings. This should be like its peak interesting point, but it's not. Anyway, I have seen it at night, I have seen it at day. I can see it from my hotel window, and it just doesn't get me going. Just like socialization does not get me going. Again, I claim to be introverted despite all the evidence to the contrary. And I want to discuss, I want to let the internet be my therapist today, because maybe it is that I'm not actually, like, it's possible that maybe I misunderstand the terminology. Because to me, the way I would describe introversion versus extroversion is, if you're introverted, you regain this like social currency. We'll use coins to explain it simply. You have 3 coins every week, and when you have a long socialization, you lose a coin. Whereas I feel like extroverts start each week with 0 coins, and then they have to steal their coins from the introverts. So every time they have a really good socialization, they gain a coin. And so what we need to do is we need to seize the means of coin productions. We need to, lock up all the extroverts. Oh wait, I guess all the introverts have the money in this scenario. We need to lock up introverts in cages, and we need to force them to talk to extroverts until they've shared their wealth successfully. Too long has the pandemic gone on and allowed people to, not be sharing those introverted coins. The amount of introversion wealth building up is too much, and it's a problem. Am I right? No, I'm not right. I mean, I could be right. You can be accidentally right about all sorts of things, but I don't think that's correct. What I do think is correct, though, is that is how you describe the 2 systems generally. And I would describe myself as someone who, like, with enough effort, can vaguely hype myself up for a social situation. Like, if I really, really, really need to, I can get myself going. By the way, this city has e-scooters. That's exciting. Why is this video not being recorded while I scoot? I forgot the cities aren't all like New York is such a European city that they don't allow e-scooters. That's how you know that it's gone full Europe mode, Anyway, so man, there's a lot of them too. It's a good e-scooter city when there's e-scooter options next to like electric bikes that don't even have pedals. It's just an electric scooter, but in like bike format. It's a good place. Anyway, so I would describe extroversion as that, introversion as this, and so I would describe myself as introverted as a result of that. Maybe there's something out, but then, like, how do I enjoy all these socialization sessions that I am willingly inflicting on myself? This is a video, you probably, if you're a big fan of the channel, you prefer it, but like, it's not affecting my career in the slightest. It might even be negatively affecting it because of how YouTube works in modern era. And so why am I doing this? Why am I so ridiculous? And the simple answer The one I would give is I would describe my issues of socialization. I would describe the interactions that drain me as being very particular. I would say being on the internet and doing this doesn't count to me as a social interaction. It's more like, I don't know, a therapy session. It's more like getting words out of my brain. You know, on the third channel. On the second channel, it's more like sharing this weird passion for knowledge. And on the main channel, it's more like sharing, you know, some of my favorite things to do in one of my favorite games. Like it's all about sharing more than it's about socializing. And therefore, you might say, well, that's entirely arbitrary. It's like, where's the distinction to you? And I'll admit, it seems different. But the biggest thing to me about socializing in real life is again, meeting up to hang out and talk is an obligation. You can pretend it's non-obligation all you like, but you have to be really, really, really close friends with someone, or, you know, maybe dating for a long time before you can actually, look, there's something called Broad Street. I will go there to find someone to date for a long time. See, look at my funny humor. I can make this fun humor because in this situation, there is no obligation to you. I can turn off the camera anytime I like. Despite this being a very parasocial relationship on your behalf, I'm sorry to break that to you.